Yeah, 3 chapter, I don't know, quite long, but we try. Important, the meanings here, important, Yeah, first we do that same, what you please you tell. Yeah, we do together, yeah.
So if you take out the sheet that has the prayers, starting with taking the 3 refuges, we can recite together.
Yes.
Buddham Sharanam
Gacchami, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, Sangham Sharanam Gacchami, Dutiyampi Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dutiyampi Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, Dutiyampi Sangham Sharanam Gacchami, Tatiyampi Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Tatiyampi Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, Tatiyampi Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. Dutiyampi means second time. Tatiyampi means third time. But the meaning yesterday I already said. Good doctor, good medicine, good nurse. Look like Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, good guide, good education or good example. Yeah, that everybody need. Oh, yes, now that is really come from Bodhisattva Avatara. That refuge. Usually we have Tibetan using Sanje Chodan Sochi Chonamla. That is Lama Atisha composer. Very good one. Mayana, Buddha Dhamma Sangha, and they have Bodhicitta, generate Bodhicitta. This Shantideva's Mayana refuge. Sangha is Bodhisattva Sangha. They put, Mahayana, Hinayana refuge. What different? Vajrayana. What different? Like motivation different. But Buddha Dhamma Sangha same. Buddha Dhamma Sangha same. But why go refuge? Why to follow? Hinayana say, I became free from samsara, free from suffering. I became liberation, individual liberation. Therefore, I go refuge Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Even between Buddhists have, Bodhisattva and solitary
realizer.
Yeah, solitary realizer and Shabaka.
A listener.
Listener, yeah, hearing. That is non-monk all include this. What's that? Hearing.
The hearers.
Hero. No. Hearing.
Hearers.
Yeah. Nyenter. Yeah. Shabaka or something say. Shabaka. And Tatika or solitary. That is Buddha not come, Buddha Dhamma nothing, that time coming. But till Buddhist, but he don't know Buddhist. He's himself understanding. He have previous life big prayer and energy. He go in hospital, he go in cemetery, and he see some dead bodies, bone, and thinking, how this come from? How problem come from? Ignorant, he understanding. Ignorant, which antidote? He understand himself became arhat. No teacher, no guru, no teacher. Himself understanding. That is solitary, means no friend. no teacher, no companion. Himself recognize Podnavaturu. Podnavaturu, that's 12 limbs, what's that?
12 links.
12 links, understanding. That is solitary. Not much teaching, but showing, what's say, his teaching always showing, like magic, similar. That helping other being. That is solitary. At the moment, we have no solitary, because still have Buddha Dhamma. But completely finish, solitary coming. Solitary, that helping, but not really big helping, little bit helping. Bodhisattva, very big helping, And hearing is look like Buddha time of Buddha. That is a monk and nun and bhikshuni, bhikshu or something say. That is hearing. But also this also need Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Sangha is Rena Sangha or Arya Sangha. Rena, jewel Sangha.
The jewel Sangha, yeah.
Jewel Sangha means some have quality. Jewel Sangha, Arya Sangha, they need add quality. That is Buddha Dhamma Sangha include Sangha. But normal monk, nun, bhikshu, representation Sangha, but not really qualified Sangha. Sometimes they drink alcohol. In Bodh Gaya, in India, poor old men became then monk. Then find many donations, can go alcohol. Some, not all, some happen, human being. Then Sangha, how Sangha look like? Sangha means, Buddha Dhamma Sangha means Sangha is have something, add quality or some Arya Sangha, very good. Buddha also Sangha, but Buddha is also Buddha. Sangha is no Buddha. Some Guru also include Sangha. Some Guru include Buddha. Some Guru no three include. Till quality nothing. No Sangha, no Buddha. Till beneficial. Realization not enough, Guru is many type Guru. Highest Guru like Sambhugakaya Guru. That is we can't see. If you become Arya Bodhisattva, then you can have opportunity Sambhugakaya teacher. But good merit, good luck, or you need realization, accumulation part, 5 part. Accumulation part, Bodhisattva, then you can see Nirmanakaya Buddha. Nirmanakaya Buddha can see. But otherwise, difficult to see Nirmanakaya Buddha. Nirmanakaya Buddha accumulation part. If you realization 5-part accumulation, preparation, directly seeing, meditation, none more than something say, you understanding. Accumulation part, also 3 types. Second one, then you became tape recorder, similar. Tape recorder,
like a
similar.
tape recorder, similar to a tape recorder.
Everything remember. Whatever you heard, remember. No forgot. That quality like that. Also the quality can see some Buddhakaya. No. Nirmanakaya Buddha. They directly see, can listen. We not see, we can't see Sambhugakaya, no, but Nirmanakaya also no. Difficult to see. Yeah. Anyway, like Sangha means yes, sometimes Guru devotion they have. Sometimes need very be careful that explanation. Guru devotion, some tantra part, and on Hindu also have Guru devotion too much. Sometimes make big problem, misunderstanding. Oh yes, Buddha Dhamma Sangha Hinayana say I became
individually liberated.
Yes. Therefore go but Hinayana most important Sangha. Buddha Dhamma Sangha more important. Sangha Arhat Sangha. That is their highest, because they wanted to become Arhat. Therefore go refuge Arhat. Sangha. Arhat includes Sangha. Solitary
realizer.
Yeah, solitary, no teacher. Then himself understanding, he more important Dhamma. Then no Buddha, no Sangha. He more important go refuge Dhamma. And Bodhisattva, more important Buddha became. Buddha means maximum skill and maximum he can make emanation. Maximum idea on helping, Bodhisattva, one bhumi can make 100 people. 100 people can work. 100, same time 100 people, 100 teach, 100 listen, 100 doing. 2 bhumi, 1,000. But 3 bhumi more, 10, 5, 6, more. 10 bhumi, lot emanation he doing. Not only this world, other world, limitless world. They have million America, million Canada, million. That is Buddhist. Buddha say, cosmology.
Cosmology, yes.
Buddha's his understanding. He say if you can go over there have different country. This Spanish say otro mundo. Otro mundo. Mucho. That is different world. They have never finished job. Yes, many emanation. That is Buddha. Why Buddha high? Why Buddha means no sleeping. Buddha means big quality. Buddha Buddha can see everything and also can see emptiness, same time. But before Buddha, Bodhisattva, if they meditate emptiness, they can't see conventional truth. They see conventional truth, they can't see ultimate truth. Same time never see. If Buddha, same time see ultimate truth, conventional truth. Each things have conventional truth, ultimate truth. True. Yeah, Buddha's, if you become Buddha, same time one subject, one mind can see two objects. But we see ultimately, then conventional can't see. If we see conventional, no ultimately. Even ten bhumi. Until ten bhumi, no. 10 bhumi, then 11 bhumi, Buddha. Then can see same time. Buddha can see outside, also can see wall, this wall. Yeah, because they have, grasping give up, also appearance give up. Appearance. Oh, too much. I think what I telling that Buddha Dhamma Sangha, Buddha means like that. Buddha is Bodhisattva more important Buddha. Solitary more important Dhamma. Nuns, monks more important Arhat, became Arhat. Bodhisattva more became Buddha. Because it needed so many organizations, so many helping, that need so many intelligence. Therefore, mastery, intention, or aim, different aim. Solitary Dhamma also like cessation, and cessation is Dhamma. Without Shija, become Arahat. That is Dhamma. Dhamma means also part and cessation. Part and cessation, that is Dhamma. Also telling Dhamma. Buddha Dhamma Sangha, like that. Bodhisattvas, Sangha means Bodhisattva Sangha. Sangha means Bodhisattva Sangha. Buddha means many, thousand Buddha. Hinayana only Buddha, only Shakyamuni Buddha. Only one Buddha. The Go Refuge Buddha means only Shakyamuni Buddha. Mahayana, Go Refuge Buddha means thousand old Buddha. Dhamma means also not one Dhamma, lot Dhamma. Lot beneficial, different teaching, different school. If you do beneficial job, you need lot different Dhamma. Otherwise, people, capacity different capacity. They need Hinayana teaching, they need Mahayana, they need Christian, they need Hindu, they need whatever they wanted, what they benefit at the moment. So many schools need. Bodhisattvas learn every language, every philosophy, every religion, otherwise can't help them. Only Buddhists not help. Therefore, everything try. Positive way. No negative way, never teach. Positive way teach there. Sangha means also many Bodhisattva. They like that. Vajrayana also they have qualified guru and perfect idam. Idam means Shakyamuni Buddha. He recommended. He have name. He said that idam's that vision is okay. Or also Etipo Matsida, that is qualified guru, their vision is okay. Other new vision, till we don't accept. Some Lama have different vision, some Lama have different vision, which I mentioned yesterday. Vision is also perfect vision, demigod vision, demon vision, then they're telling wrong. Then people just believe, then doing wrong. But perfect vision, Etipo Matsida, they have perfect vision. That we doing Tantra practice, you know. Yeah, Buddha Dhamma Sangha, not easy, that topic. Please, I think don't need translate. I don't know. Understand, maybe summary.
Would you like me to repeat? Yeah?
Yeah.
A little bit? Okay.
Yeah.
So Geshe was explaining again Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, which are the objects of refuge, the perfect guide or the perfect doctor, which is Buddha, and then Dharma as the perfect experience, the perfect method, or the perfect medicine, and then the Sangha as the perfect examples or the perfect nurses. And Geshe was explaining that all Buddhists, no matter if they're Hinayana or Mahayana or Vajrayana, they have the same three objects of refuge. The Buddha is the same Buddha, the Dharma is the same Dharma, and so forth. But then Geshe was explaining how there's three levels of practitioner. There's the Shravakas, which are the listeners. Then there's the Pratyeka Buddhas, who are the solitary realizers. And then there's the Bodhisattvas, who are the Bodhisattvas, the ones aspiring to become Buddhas within the Mahayana. And the listeners is mostly referring to the monks and nuns, to that tradition. And this is something that is especially prominent at a time when the Buddha is in the world teaching. And then the solitary realizers are people who are living at a time when the Buddha's teachings have completely disappeared. There's no living Buddhist, no living Dharma tradition coming from the Buddha left. And so these practitioners have to rely on almost as if it were like the momentum from their previous lives' practice, from the strong aspirations they made, the strong wishes they made, that left imprints in their mind, so that, for example, if they're in a hospital or in a cemetery and they see a bone and they think about death, they think, well, what is the cause of this? And from within themselves, from within the imprints and the strong aspirations that they made to remember, they can start to remember, the causes of death. They start to analyze, and by themselves, without a teacher, without companions, they figure out that the cause of suffering is ignorance, and they become liberated on their own in that way. And the difficulty with that level of practitioner is that they can't teach very much. They're not able to teach explicitly very much. So all that they can do really is to give teachings through their example, through their behavior, and through manifestations, which is limited. Then the next level is the bodhisattvas, who are trying to practice to become Buddhas themselves, and they are able to do a whole lot more benefit for others than either the hearers who are striving for their own liberation only, or the solitary realizers who are trying to help others but are very limited in their capacity to do this. And so Geshe was saying that for each of these levels of practitioner, even though they have the same three jewels, one of the three jewels is going to be more relevant to them, more important to their practice. So for the hearers, the Sangha is the most central object of refuge, because the Sangha includes arhats, which are liberated beings, and that is what they're trying to emulate. They're not trying to emulate Buddha and become Buddha. They're trying to emulate the arhats who followed the Buddha's teaching and become arhats themselves. For the solitary realizers, the jewel that's going to be the most central is the Dharma, because they don't live at a time when they have living examples, which is the Sangha, and they don't live at a time when the Buddha's teaching is alive. So all they have is all they can go on is the Dharma that they have within themselves and that they can figure out for themselves. And then for the Mahayana practitioners, for the Bodhisattvas, the most central jewel becomes the Buddha, because that is what they're trying to emulate. That is what they're trying to become. So Geshe was explaining the meaning of Sangha. Sangha, for when we're talking about the Sangha from the perspective of the three jewels, the Sangha jewel, then we're talking very specifically about beings who have 8 qualities, which is, you can also refer to those beings as the Arya Sangha, the noble Sangha. So whoever is a Buddha is necessarily part of the Sangha, because necessarily they have those 8 qualities. But whoever is part of the Sangha is not necessarily a Buddha. You can be Sangha without being Buddha. So Geshe was saying, some gurus that we might have, they might be Buddha and therefore also Sangha. They might be Sangha but not be Buddha. Or they might not really be either of those. They might not be any of those 3. Still, it's very important and very helpful, and we have Guru devotion, but it's important to recognize this, and it's important to understand the teachings on Guru devotion, because otherwise, if we have any misunderstanding about Guru devotion and it can become very extreme, that can be very dangerous as well. The qualities of the Buddha are limitless, completely limitless. So when you become a bodhisattva on the first level, the first bhumi, the first stage of the bodhisattva path, at that point you can manifest up to 100 bodies, acting simultaneously, helping others simultaneously, learning simultaneously. When you go on to the second stage, then you can multiply up to 1,000 bodies, and so on, each level up, until you get to the 10th level, which is the last level before Buddhahood, where you can manifest an immense number of bodies, but still there's a limit. It's only when you become a Buddha, then there's no limit, limitless, and you can manifest in many, many worlds, because Buddha taught that there are many, many worlds with living beings in them, and all in need of help. So it's almost like the job is never done. There's a lot to be done. And it's also when you become a Buddha that you can simultaneously see emptiness and conventional truth at the same time. Until that point, you have to alternate. When you're seeing emptiness, then you're not seeing conventional truth. When you're seeing conventional truth, then you're not seeing emptiness. All the way up through the very last stage before Buddhahood. Then when you become a Buddha, a single subject, a single mind can have those 2 objects. And so in fact, it sounds similar, and they say that the Buddha can see through a wall and see the wall at the same time. Another thing that Geshe was saying is that the way that we can perceive the Buddha, Geshe was saying the best guru to have would be a Sambhogakaya emanation, which is translated often as the body of enjoyment, which is a body with many signs and many special qualities. But to be able to see that, you have to be an Arya being yourself. You have to be part of the Sangha yourself to even be able to see that. Then another level of Buddha that people can interact with is Nirmanakaya, which is the body of manifestations, I guess it's often translated, a body of more coarse form. But even to be able to see that, you need to be on the first of the 5 paths to enlightenment. You need to be on the path of accumulation, which is the first of 5 stages to enlightenment. So before we're at that stage, then we can't even see the Nirmanakaya directly. So.
Good. Yeah. That is Mahayanas like go refuge. Why? I wanted helping sentient being, all sentient being. Therefore, I go refuge until became enlightened. That different motivation, also little different, Anyway, now we did refuge, but now better, I think we have big topic today, tomorrow. I have on this Bodhisattva Avatara, but I don't know.
The
Translation? Same or not same? I don't know. But
different translation, but the same.
yeah. Please read first chapter together.
First chapter together, okay. So, if we turn to page 1.
First chapter.
Too
long or half or
4 pages.
4 pages. Yeah,
Okay. So let's recite together. We start with the title. Engaging in the Deeds of a Bodhisattva by Shantideva. Chapter 1. Explanation of the benefits of the mind of enlightenment. Homage to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Respectfully, I pay homage to the Sugatas who are endowed with the Dharmakaya, as well as to their children, and to all who are worthy of homage. Here I shall describe how to engage in the vows of the Sugatas' children, the meaning of which I have summarized in accordance with the scriptures. There is nothing here that has not appeared in the past, and I have no skill in the art of rhetoric. Therefore, not to enact the welfare of others, I compose this in order to acquaint it to my mind. For due to acquaintance with virtue, the force of my faith for the time being increased because of these. If, however, these are seen by others, equal in fortune to myself, it will be meaningful. The leisures and endowments are very hard to find, since they accomplish the purposes of beings. If I do not accomplish benefit upon this, how will I acquire this in the future? Just as a flash of lightning brightly illuminates for an instant within the clouds of a dark night, likewise in this world, through the might of the Buddha, merit and intelligence occasionally occur for once. Hence, virtue is perpetually feeble, and negativity is horrible. Except for a mind of complete enlightenment, by what other virtue will it be overcome? All the lords of subduers who have contemplated for many eons have seen it to be beneficial, for by it the immeasurable masses of beings will easily attain the supreme happiness. Those who wish to destroy the multitudes of sufferings of existence, those who wish to dispel the unhappiness of sentient beings, and those who wish to enjoy multitudes of happiness, should never forsake the mind of enlightenment. When the mind of enlightenment is generated, in that moment, those wretched ones, fettered in the jail of cyclic existence, will be called child of the Sugatas, and will become objects of reverence by the humans and gods of the world. Like the supreme gold-making elixir, it takes the unclean body and transforms it into a priceless jewel, a victor's body. Therefore, firmly seize the so-called mind of enlightenment. Since the sole helmsman of migrating beings, the limitless mind, has upon thorough investigation seen its preciousness, all beings wishing to be free from the abodes of migration, firmly seize this precious mind of enlightenment. All other virtues are like the plantain tree, for after bearing fruit they will be exhausted. The tree of the mind of enlightenment will constantly bear fruit, whereby it is inexhaustible and flourishes more and more. Like depending on a hero and greatly afraid, even if I may have committed very terrible negativities, I shall be swiftly liberated in dependence upon it. Why then do those who have the imprints not depend on it? Just like the fire at the end of time, in an instant it certainly burns up the great negativities. Its unfathomable benefits were explained to Sudana by the wise protector Maitreya. In brief, you should understand the mind of enlightenment to be of 2 types, the mind that wishes enlightenment and the mind that engages enlightenment, as is understood by the instances to go and go on. So the wise should understand respectively the distinction between these 2. although great fruits will arise in cyclic existence from the mind that wishes for enlightenment, an uninterrupted flow of merit will not arise, as in the case of the engaging mind. For one who has perfectly adopted this mind, with a thought never to turn away, for the sake of totally liberating the infinite realms of sentient beings, from that time onwards, even while asleep or lacking conscientiousness, a force of merit equal to the sky will continuously ensue. For the sake of those inclined towards the lower, this is taught along with the correctness by the Tathagata himself in the sutra requested by Subahu. If even the thought to relieve sentient beings of merely a headache possesses the attitude to benefit and possesses boundless merit, then what need is there to mention the desire to dispel the boundless unhappiness of each sentient being and to accomplish boundless good qualities of every single one of them? Such altruistic intention as this, do even fathers and mothers have it? Do the gods and sages? Does even Brahma have it? If those beings have not even dreamt before such an attitude for their own welfare in their dreams, how can they generate it for the welfare of others? Such a mind of welfare of sentient beings does not arise even for their own sake. An outstanding jewel of the mind, an unprecedented wonder is born. How can I fathom the merits of this jewel mind, the cause of joy of all migrating beings, and the panacea for the suffering of sentient beings? If merely a benevolent intention excels venerating the Buddhas, then what need to mention striving to make all beings without exception happy? Although wishing to be rid of misery, they run toward misery itself. Although wishing to have happiness, like an enemy, they ignorantly destroy it. For those who are deprived of happiness and burdened with many sorrows, it satisfies them with all joys, dispels all suffering, and clears away confusion. Where is there a comparable virtue? Where is there even such a friend? Where is there merit similar to this? If whoever reciprocates benefit is worthy of some praise, then what need to mention the Bodhisattva who does good without its being asked of him? The world honors the man who procures mediocre food and for an instant gives it, respectfully to a small number of beings, that satisfies them only half a day. What need be said then of one who constantly bestows the unsurpassed bliss of the Sugatas for a long time upon countless sentient beings, fulfilling all their hopes? The Buddha has said that someone who generates an evil thought against such a benefactor as a child of the victors will remain in hell for as many eons as there were evil thoughts. But if one acts out of an attitude of faith, its fruits will multiply far more than that. Even in adversity, the children of the victors generate no negativity. Instead, their virtues naturally increase. I prostrate to the body of he in whom the sacred precious mind is born. I seek refuge in that source of happiness, who brings to happiness even those who harm him.
Oh yeah, only one chapter. Very good. Translation, how about understanding? Meaning, understand. Quite good. How translate?
What do you think of the translation? Is it clear? Can you understand?
Yes, that good. Every day one chapter read. I think good. The translation, I don't know. Good commitment. One chapter, some chapter I think quite long, then you can make half. Yeah, that's good. Because Bodhisattva Chaya Avatara, sometimes quite Buddhist, sometimes everybody okay. Every religion, every people need that topic. Sometimes particular Buddhists. At chapter 9, chapter there, 8th chapter very important, 6th chapter very important, passion, and 9th chapter difficult understanding. Emptiness also compare many Hindu philosophy together, many comparison, yeah. Anyway, 9th chapter you can read. And 10th chapter, very good. You have 10th chapter?
Not here.
Yes.
We have? Good. Separate. Oh, good. That we do evening. Good. That is prayer. Very good prayer. Yes. Sometimes, that reading practice also very good. Holy text, reading practice, something understanding, reminded. If unhappy or some mind is like that, you can read one chapter Bodhisattva Way, maybe changing little bit. Yeah, good. Now Bodhisattva Avatara, that is first chapter telling bodhicitta. What is bodhicitta and bodhicitta's beneficial, or how beneficial bodhicitta, how that mind is quality, that telling. Second one, then we wanted to generate bodhicitta, then we need negative karma purification. Also, that need merit, negative karma and negative delusion. That both need clean. That most telling, seven limbs telling. Third one, then telling, dedication, and then how to take commitment or inspiration. Bodhicitta.
Aspiring bodhicitta. Wishing bodhicitta.
Wishing bodhicitta, commitment bodhicitta, both telling. And then every day take vow, like vow or commitment, something taking. Wishing also okay, commitment also okay. Best. That 3 chapter like this, we have Changshu Semcho Rinpoche, Mache Panam Jejuji Jeba Nyamam. What say? Oh, yes.
I don't think we have it written.
There.
Not in Tibetan.
No, English need. That.
May the Supreme Jewel Bodhicitta.
What say? Spring Buddhi.
May the Supreme Jewel Bodhicitta that has not arisen arise and grow, and may that which has arisen.
Not arising. Arising. Then?
That has not arisen, may it arise and grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish, but increase more and more.
This all 10 chapters, like first 3 chapter, not bodhicitta, how to arising. Then if already have bodhicitta, then 4 chapter, 5 chapter, 6 chapter, how to keep continually. Then 8 chapter, 9 chapter, how to increasing, or what say?
Grow.
Or
increase more and more.
That is 8 chapter, 9 chapter, that telling. But 4, 5, 6, that chapter need you have bodhicitta, then you need passion, you need without lazy, and you need morality or something. That telling, generosity, that all telling, 4, 5, 6 chapter. 8, 9, developing teaching. We today doing first chapter, second chapter, third chapter. We have no bodhicitta. We must generate that chapter. Yeah, first 3 chapter like this. Yeah. Yes, thank you.
So, Geshe was explaining the first chapter of this text is about the benefits of bodhicitta. What are the benefits? What are the qualities of that type of mind? Then the second chapter is about purifying the negativities. Purifying both the negativities of the negative karma, but also negative mental states like the delusions. And then the third chapter is about explaining the difference between aspiring bodhicitta, which is like a wish, versus committed bodhicitta, like engaged bodhicitta, which is a commitment that we take on, and there's a prayer that a passage that we should recite every day when we've taken on that commitment, to kind of remind ourselves of that commitment again and again and again. And then Geshe was explaining that, Geshe was first of all saying that it's very good to read one chapter of this text every day. Some of the chapters are a little long, so for those chapters we can read maybe half one day, half the next day. He said it's especially nice if when our minds are kind of disturbed, when things just kind of aren't feeling right in our minds, then if we read a chapter of the Bodhisattva's Way of Life, then it's possible that maybe that will change. And then he was explaining the way the text is organized by looking at the dedication prayer that we always used to close all our meetings, all our events at Shantideva. May the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not arisen arise and grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish but increase more and more. Geshe was explaining that the whole arc of the Bodhisattva's Way of Life mirrors that prayer exactly. So the first 3 chapters are teaching us how to make the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not arisen arise. Then the chapters 4 through 7, I guess, are teaching us how to make sure that bodhicitta which has arisen does not diminish. And then chapters 8 and 9 are teaching us how to make that bodhicitta that has arisen and has not diminished increase more and more. So the text is patterned like that.
Yes, thank you. That is like Janchu Semcho, that is exactly Buddhi, that teaching, summary or something. Yeah, like, that is, now we how to go that time is very fast. That is, they say beginning, into India language, Bodhisattvacharya Avatara, into translate into Tibet, Chanchu Sempe Chopala Jupa. That why India language? That all Tibetans, many texts, from translate into Sanskrit or Pali, from Sanskrit Pali to translate into Tibet. Therefore, India language is must beginning put title. That means this text is very, very qualified, not Tibetan opinion. Come from India. India, why qualify? India, Buddha texts, of course, different. But commentary, if you make commentary, not allowed to publish. 500 scholar check. They say, okay, what's say, right? Then allowed publish. If 500 2, 3 men pandits say, it's funny, I no agree, not allowed to publish. That is therefore very strict in India Buddhist texts, Nalanda have 500 pandits. But today we, the Western, and nowadays, if something wrote, immediately you have money and publish. That is not okay. Need this big analytic group. Sometimes also have problem that check. 500 check. Sometimes also have mistake. Some very quality, but they said wrong. Then big more mistake. Sometimes that happen. Anyway, India system like that. Therefore, that text comes from Nalanda and Buddhists. They checked and therefore put this, who is translator? Name also put in the end. Translator that, with together Pandita that, who is sponsor? King, some king or some minister, some sponsor, translate, and after other Pandita, other translator checked, 3 times checked, something happened in the end. Therefore, that why put beginning India language, that is that quality text, that means. They always putting. Also, other meaning, Buddha's kanju, Buddha's text, all title have India language into Tibet, then Tibetan title. That is, they say, also we remember kind gratitude for translator, and also this language title we must try in Sanskrit or Pali that have blessing, they say. that all titles they have.
So, Geshe is starting from the very top with the very title, and even though in the translation that we're using, it's not notated this way, which is actually rare. Normally, when you read a translation of a Buddhist text, you'll find the title in the original language, and in any language. In fact, if it's a translation from the Tibetan, then you would normally see the title in Sanskrit, then what the title was in Tibetan, and then the new title in English. And Geshe is explaining the reason for doing that in Tibet, where it was just one step from Sanskrit to Tibetan. Why would you keep the title in Sanskrit? It's because it's an indication that this is not something that was kind of made up by a Tibetan scholar. It's not just a Tibetan invention or a Tibetan opinion. It's a translation of a text that came from India. Why does it matter that it came from India if it's just a commentary? It's not being claimed that this is the word of the Buddha. So why does it matter that it came from India? Geshe is explaining that they had an extremely rigorous system of what we in the West would call peer review. Even though in the West peer review usually involves 2 or 3 scholars who don't have to be unanimous. In India, in ancient times, apparently, before you could publish a commentary that you had written, you had to submit it to 500 scholars from the Buddhist university, and it had to be a unanimous opinion that yes, this is fair to publish. If even 2 or 3 said no, there's something a little off here, something a little funny, then you couldn't publish it. Geshe is saying that there is also a downside to that system, which is sometimes you would have a perfect text, And because of a mistake in the understanding of one or two of the scholars, it wouldn't get published for that reason. But that was the system they had, so the Tibetans like to have the title in the original Sanskrit to show that, this went through this vetting process. And then at the end of the text, you will have the title of the translator and the title of the Pandit, the scholar who worked with the translator to ensure that the text was right in the first place. Then you would have the title of the sponsor, who might be a minister or a king or something like that, the name rather of the sponsor. And then you would have the name of a second Pandit who had gone through the text 2 or 3 times, again and again, to check to make sure that the translation had no mistakes. So it's important for those reasons to make sure that all that information is present so that readers can know that this is something that's not kind of a fly-by-night project, as it were. And then Geshe was adding that even in the sutras that are the actual words of the Buddha, it's the Tibetan tradition to keep the title in Sanskrit, even though there's not the element of it having been peer-reviewed because it's coming straight from the Buddha. And in that case, the reason why we do that is because there is a belief, it's twofold. One is to kind of show respect for the translator by kind of reminding ourselves that it's a translation. And the other piece is that there is a belief that there is blessings involved in the very language, in the very words spoken by the Buddha in the original language that gives the title. So for those reasons, we like to make sure that we keep the title in the original.
Thank you. That they say Bodhisattva Avatara, India language. Bodhisattva Avatara, yeah. Then Tibetan language that say Chanshu Sempe Chopala Juba. That is Charya means behavior. Avatara means we must or say we practicing or I think tell that much detail then take time. Better now this tradition Shantideva, he is a Nalanda Pandit. His story, I think, don't need, maybe they know, or he is a practitioner, he is a really practitioner Bodhicitta. He is scholar, and he, I think, one day, every monk sometime, tomorrow you teach. Tomorrow you teach something take coming. What say? Take turns. Till this tradition also we Sera Drepung doing. Because I also teach in Sera Monastery. All my teachers, all Seras downstairs. Me, the normal people, monk, one day I teach it. Because all abbots, all downstairs. Because that is a tradition, Shantideva or Nalanda tradition. How this tradition coming, we have rosary. What's say, mala? Rosary? Rosary put one bag, bag. Then abbot coming. Abbot, Abbot come looking, one rosary deck. Next month, celebration, big, traditional. This rosary, whose rosary? Must teach one day. Because I also, my rosary. I need good clothes, and I borrowed some monks good clothes, and also had. I have servant. Some this day like Dharma. But monastery must do that. This Nalendra Pandit tradition. Similar, Shantideva, he also in Nalendra, he must teach. Yeah, they make. He must teach. Yes, then he teach this chapter. Chapter 9, then he flying in emptiness. He flying. He gone in South India. 9 chapter, 10 chapter, then pie in sky. And he gone South India. He lives South India. From North, I don't know, East India. Yeah, it's like Bodh Gaya, this area. Central India to South India. Yeah, that is teachings comes from Shantideva, and but very good teaching that have 100 commentary, more than 100 commentary, India commentary. Tibetan have many commentary. Yeah, this also Geshe commentary, yeah, look like that. Little bit, somebody would say story, how this teaching come from.
So Geshe is sharing, the story behind where this text comes from, and he's explaining that it all started when the very famous, very large Buddhist university in ancient times in India was Nalanda, and they had a tradition that monks would be selected and have to take turns, and one day they would have to teach to the whole entire university. And Geshe says, by the way, this tradition continues to this day. At Sarajay, when Geshe was a student, one time his mala was drawn out of a bag, and they said, okay, next month you have to teach. And so he had to borrow some nicer clothes from a friend and then borrow a hat, and that day they gave him a servant, and he sat on the throne, and all the abbots, just imagine like this chancellor of Harvard sitting on the floor and a student having to teach. Anyway, and he had to teach. And so even in ancient times they had the tradition. And so Shantideva was selected to teach one day. And so what he taught were these words, was this text. He taught chapter after chapter after chapter. And the story says that when he got to the 9th chapter, he actually started levitating. He started flying. And he was going higher and higher. And by the time he got to the 10th chapter, which is the dedication, they couldn't even find him in the sky anymore. He had flown all the way to South India. So that's the story of where this comes from. But at the same time, regardless of the story, this is a very, very good teaching. There are more than 100 commentaries from India alone, let alone the countless commentaries from Tibet that came after.
That tradition, very funny, monasteries, some have very crazy tradition. This day I allowed this hat, yellow hat, only one day, usually not allowed. Only Gaden Tripa and Dalai Lama, Panchen Lama, also Shatpa Chuji, Chansi Chuji. Only 4 people are allowed, but no allowed this hat, tall one. I am this day wearing, look like Tsongkhapa. Maybe Tsongkhapa have big noisy. But I must do. But Satya also doing this, Satya monastery, Satya tradition. Some monks have this next month, he must teach, but he escaped with other countries.
Ran away.
Very hard for him. I almost escaped. But yeah, that Shantideva also that happened. Yeah, anyway. Monastery really funny. Yes. Now first verse is what say?
The first verse. Respectfully, I pay homage to the Sugatas who are endowed with the Dharmakaya, as well as to their children and to all who are worthy of homage. Here I shall describe how to engage in the vows of the Sugatas' children, the meaning of which I have summarized in accordance with the scriptures.
Yeah, they say children. I don't understand it. That is Bodhisattva?
That's oftentimes that bodhisattvas are called the Buddha's children.
Buddha's children.
Son and daughter.
Son of daughter. Yeah. Yes, that is a beginning tradition. They respect all the Bodhisattva, Shantideva respect, and possessing Dhammakaya and all Buddha's Bodhisattva, I respect. Then I telling how Bodhisattvas how to practicing, and not my opinion, and according quotation, Buddha's teaching, quotations. Yeah. Also, not big detail, summary, he said. Yeah, that meaning look like. Then second, I telling not how to call that teachings not completely new. You understand? Yeah, please you read the second one.
There is nothing here that has not appeared in the past, and I have no skill in the art of rhetoric. Therefore, not to enact the welfare of others, I compose this in order to acquaint it to my mind.
Yeah, that is, he need familiar. His practice, his positive mind familiar. Therefore, he writing, but not hope beneficial, he say. Also, I not telling a special one or new one, but also I have no good grammar and no good poem, he said. He usually, they're teasing, Shantideva is have no knowledge. In Nalanda, 500 Pandit, he is more look like lazy one. He's sleeping and eating and cheating. No much learning. Look like, can't see, but he very scholar. Very scholar, practitioner. Lord sleeping. I don't know his health. Also a little bit fat one. He is fat because Lord sleeping. If Lord sleeping also became fat. Also Lord eat. He is eat lot also. Fat and eat. So people teasing, Pandita say, he have no knowledge. He very lazy. They're looking down, Then one day he come that he must teach. Then they listen what he say. Then he is teaching amazing. That is very amazing teaching. Therefore he said, I have no much knowledge. I have no much, composer. Look like that. That is, he give up arrogant. That is always Panditas, the beginning composer, they must control arrogant. That is respect, control arrogant, and telling motivation. What you have hope. He said, I have no hope. I said, only my virtues or my good minds familiar. Or, like... third one.
The third one. For due to acquaintance with virtue, the force of my faith will for the time being increase because of these. If, however, these are seen by others equal in fortune to myself, it will be meaningful.
That is, he said, my virtue and devotion, I wish increase, and also similar, my position, people, also they can see maybe little bit beneficial. He say, hi people, I have no need explanation for high holy beings, no need explanation. Also, I know, I mean beneficial for scholars or holy beings. Just similar, my level, maybe little bit, if they see that something reminded, something became good. He's very humbly telling, Yes.
So, Geshe is explaining that when a pandit, when a great scholar is composing a text, they always start with three things. First, they pay respect. Second, they try to overcome any arrogance that they themselves have in writing this. And then third, they explain what their purpose is in writing, what their motivation, what their hope is. And so in the first verse here, Shantideva is paying homage, paying respect to the Buddhas and to the Bodhisattvas. And he's explaining that this, what he's writing about is not something that he's making up himself, but he's going to be basing it, it's going to be a summary, not something in very great length, but a summary based on actual citations and quotations from the Buddha's teaching. And then in the second verse, he is kind of minimizing his own potential arrogance by saying, I'm not saying anything new, I'm not saying anything special. What I'm saying here has been said before. And on top of that, I don't have very good style. I don't have very good technique as a poet or as a rhetorician. And that is also said in the context of Shantideva was considered by the other scholars in that university as very inferior. He was considered to be very lazy. All they ever saw him do was sleep, eat, and go to the toilet. And he slept a lot, and they just didn't think that he had very good understanding. And it wasn't until he was kind of selected, drawn, by lot, as it were, to give that teaching that day, that they were just totally blown away by what he had to say. But so he starts by saying, yes, it's true, I don't have very good understanding, so I have no real hope of benefiting anybody else with this. I'm really only doing it for my own sake, to familiarize my own mind with this important topic. Having said that, he goes on to say in the third verse, if there so happens to be somebody else who's at the same level as me and they read this, who knows, it might have some benefit for them. But as for the high beings and as for the scholars, I have no hope of benefit. They don't need my help, and I have no hope of being able to do that.
Yeah, he humbly telling. For example, such a Pandita composer, he said, I'm very scholar. I make very deep point, nobody understanding. Therefore, I make simple language, he said. Some scholar look like that, yeah. Such a Pandita say. He is Tibet Pandita, only one, but this is such a Pandita. Such a Pandita is, baby, 2 years old, speak different language. Mom is village woman. She don't know. she said, my baby very funny. What this good baby, bad baby, courage baby, oh, don't know. That's very crazy. He talk a lot me, but I don't understanding. Yeah, everybody don't understanding. He talk a lot, this baby. Then one day in such a monastery, one India pandit and translator came, teach, India, from India to then translator Pari Lotsawa. He came. And uncle, old one, he said, wow, we must check our baby language. Maybe, probably they may be understanding. Then, yes, they go there. Baby not beginning talking, then talking. Yes, they say, perfect Sanskrit. His previous life is something holy man may come from India. His Sanskrit very perfect, they say. But some babies previous life talking, 2-year, 3-year time, we must watch. Sometimes they have different vocabulary. Such a Pandita, then Lama say he became monk better. Then they advise, he became monk, very, very scholar. Very scholar. He don't need to learn, go India. He is automatically Sanskrit. And he wrote also Sanskrit, many composer. Sancha Pandita is a special one, very scholar. He say like that, I am very scholar. If I tell very deep point, nobody understanding, therefore I wanted simple language. He said, He said also, if you have good motivation, very good intelligence or wisdom, all religion, no contradiction. Beneficial way using, he said. That's amazing, his composer, very good one. If you have komsa wisdom, then all contradiction. If you have good wisdom, good motivation, all language, all religion can using beneficial way. No contradiction. He said, that I like very much. I think don't need not Bodhisattva Chayavata. Maybe. Now we jump better. That, number 4?
The leisures and endowments are very hard to find. Since they accomplish the purposes of beings, if I do not accomplish benefit upon this, how will I acquire this in the future?
Oh, yes. How to call? That, I think, little bit need explanation. That's human reborn and very, very
precious human reborn.
Precious human reborn. That why that telling? That telling Bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is conventional Bodhicitta, ultimate Bodhicitta. Bodhicitta have 2 Bodhicitta. That this 10th chapter telling most conventional Bodhicitta telling. 9th chapter telling ultimate Bodhicitta. Ultimate Bodhicitta means they realize it emptiness and they realize it their primordially pure mind, primordially pure emptiness. That is ultimate Bodhicitta means two, Chandrakirti say bird or swine. Swine need two wings, and like conventional bodhicitta like this, ultimate bodhicitta like this, then can fly in Pure Land or would say Buddha land or Buddha title, become Buddha. Only one can't fly. Therefore, you need ultimate bodhicitta. You need conventional bodhicitta. Ultimate bodhicitta means wisdom, realize it emptiness. Ultimate bodhicitta realize it mind emptiness. Mind have so many conceptual mind, also non-conceptual mind, also no beginning, no end mind. Always natural pure mind. That can using emptiness. That is ultimate bodhicitta. Ultimate bodhicitta definition quite deep. That's enough, I think. Conventional bodhicitta, to wish, wanted all sentient being free from suffering. That is one wish. All sentient being, not single or some exclude. All sentient being, I wanted become free from suffering. Very strong wish. That wish, how to generate that wish? Wanted all living sentient being free from suffering. Other wish, that only my wish, but reality, my position, my skill, my energy can't do reality that job, that responsibility, difficult. Therefore, my wish is meaningful wish or meaningless wish, just wish or really have hope, analyze. They can see meaningful wish because all living beings have two wish. They want it happy, their happiness. They don't want it suffering. Two wish have they. All living beings have two wish. That is good sign. They say very good sign.
Very good sign.
Sign, very good sign. Because if they don't want it happiness, then very difficult. They wanted happiness. They don't want it suffering. All insects, all ants, all they wanted happy. Human. But unfortunately, which happy is perfect, they don't know. How to get free from suffering, they don't know. But two wish very strong. All living beings have that two wish. This wish, where come from? Never go in school, but bird and ants, they have no school. But insects, no school. But gods, goddess, also, they all wanted happiness and don't want it suffering. That wish automatically innate or naturally coming, inherently or naturally coming. That that where come from? Look, they have permedially clear mind, or they call Tathagata Garbha, they say. They say nature Arhat, or nature Buddha, or nature pure, nature good quality. They have all living being, even hell being they have. That is quality Buddha's permedially pure mind, hell being, or insect, or elephant, or human, same quality. There no some bigger, some smaller, some taller, some shorter. No, same quality. Same wish coming. Want it happy, don't want it suffering. Same wish, same desire, same want it. You are want it happy, my want it happy, no different. Same strong coming. Yeah, that makes have hopefully possible become top quality happiness. They will get everybody, every being, every sentient being. Otherwise, this wish not coming. That wish make possible, hopefully, become Buddha or become top quality happiness, maximum top quality happiness. Every sentient being will get. Why not get? But they have so many ignorance, so many deluded, deceptive mind. How deceptive mind, deluded mind, delusion, that is all temporary. They have opposite, perfect remedy. Remedy, yeah. They have perfect remedy or antidote. Therefore, possible. Every sentient being, don't worry, have something quality, you never disappear. No beginning, no end, never disappear, these good qualities. Therefore, Bodhisattvas say, have hope. I want it all living being helping, they will become free from suffering, that my wish is no wrong wish, hopefully wrong, hopefully wish. That wish is hopefully meaningful wish. But how I can help them? For me, impossible. If I help 2-3 people, but then other people can't. If this earth, other earth can't help, I need it, high level, become Buddha, then can go everywhere. Therefore, they wanted helping, wanted skill, wisdom, concentration, motivation, courage, all develop need. Then that possible, impossible, checking, possible, need effort, possible, need effort, yeah, need, diligence, possible. Therefore, they too wish, wanted helping all living being, all sentient being. Therefore, I need top quality skill, top quality emanation, magic, or I don't know, that all they need, top quality, top experience. That two wishes, that is, we call that beneficial mind, altruistic mind, that is bodhicitta, conventional bodhicitta. Conventional bodhicitta like that. Ultimate bodhicitta can see all living beings have primordially pure mind. Self also can see. So that emptiness part, the ultimate bodhicitta, conventional bodhicitta. Ultimate bodhicitta, meditate right now, we try. When you get ultimate bodhicitta, seeing part, you become bodhisattva seeing part, then you get ultimate bodhicitta. Otherwise, before no, just you meditate, getting better. But when you get that seeing part, conventional bodhicitta, accumulation part, first part, there you will get conventional bodhicitta full. Great compassion before bodhisattva, the great loving kindness, that is you will get before bodhicitta. Great compassion is bodhicitta's seed, like if you become bodhicitta, you first part, accumulation part. Conventional bodhicitta, now we meditate conventional bodhicitta, but we not yet conventional bodhicitta. Accumulation part, then you get conventional bodhicitta. I think first better this, this meaning, this true bodhicitta. True bodhicitta, first true bodhicitta, the definition tell better, I think.
Okay. So Geshe is explaining that there's two bodhicittas, there's two types of bodhicitta. There's conventional bodhicitta and there's ultimate bodhicitta. And ultimate bodhicitta is seeing the emptiness of our primordially pure mind. Geshe is explaining there's many different types of mind. There's conceptual mind, there's non-conceptual mind, and so forth. And then there's beginningless and endless mind with no beginning and with no end, and that's primordially pure mind. So the recognition of the emptiness of that is ultimate bodhicitta. And ultimate bodhicitta is also recognizing the primordially pure mind of other beings and the emptiness of that as well. Then conventional bodhicitta is a combination of two wishes. So the first wish is a very, very strong, very sincere wish that all beings may be free from all suffering. So that it's just at the level of an aspiration, just as at the level of a wish. Then the second wish in conventional bodhicitta comes from the perspective of looking at that first wish and thinking, well, is that possible? It's a very nice wish. It's a very nice, desire. But is there any realism to that? So first we analyze if it's possible for beings to be free from suffering to attain the best possible happiness in the first place. And Geshe says that when we investigate that, we will find that the answer is yes, because beings have primordially pure mind, because they have Buddha nature. And a very encouraging sign of this is the fact that all beings share two wishes. All of us share the wish to want to be free from suffering and to want to have happiness. And there's no difference of strength of those wishes among any of us. It's not like some of us want this more and some of us want this less. We all want it exactly as strongly as everybody else. And that comes from, and that doesn't require any training, any education. Even animals feel this way, no matter what religion. Every sentient being feels this way. So this is a very encouraging sign for a bodhisattva that there is hope that sentient beings will get to that, because they want to strive for it in the first place. And then the question comes, well, what's stopping them from having it then? And that's because, unfortunately, because the mind is so covered over with ignorance and confusion, then even though sentient beings want happiness, they can't really quite discern, they can't tell what's the best type of happiness, what's the type of happiness that is the one I'm seeking for. And they also can't tell how to avoid suffering. They desperately want to avoid suffering, but they're very confused about how to do that. So we need to remove those obscurations so that then those wishes can come to fruition. Then the second part of this investigation is looking at oneself and one's own powers and one's own limitations and saying, okay, I want to be able to help all beings, but right now I'm very limited. You know, maybe I can help 2 or 3 people, but what about all the other people that I won't be helping then? Not only that, maybe I can help people on this planet, but what can I do for beings in other planets? So we think, you know, I need more ability, more skill, more and more power, so I can have, until I can achieve the maximum possible power, the maximum possible skill to bring about, to actually actualize that first wish of helping all beings. So then the question becomes, now is that possible? You know? And so then that's when we look at the teachings. We have to investigate if it is possible to achieve this. But then again, once we investigate, we'll find that yes, this is something we can achieve. So on that basis, we know then that our wish to be of benefit to beings, it's a hopeful wish. It's not a hopeless wish. There is hope that can come about. And so the second wish then becomes to really attain the maximum skill to be able to help all beings. So conventional bodhicitta, again, is the wish that all beings may be free from suffering, all beings everywhere from all types of suffering, combined with the wish that I myself may develop the highest possible skill, the highest possible lack of limitation, as it were, to be able to bring that about. And then Geshe is saying that at the present time, you know, as beginners, we can practice both types of bodhicitta. We can practice conventional bodhicitta. We can practice ultimate bodhicitta. We can try to generate that. That's very important to do. But in actuality, we don't develop conventional bodhicitta until we enter the first path of the 5 paths, the path of accumulation. By definition, I believe, it is when we develop conventional bodhicitta, then we're in the first path, then we're bodhisattvas. And likewise, we don't, well actually, and before that, before we can develop conventional bodhicitta, we need to develop great compassion. So when we develop great compassion, we're not on the first path yet. The great compassion is the seed that leads to bodhicitta. And so it is only that at that second instance, when we develop conventional bodhicitta, then we are in the first path, the path of accumulation. And then it is only when we enter the third path, the path of direct seeing, that's when we develop ultimate bodhicitta for the first time, actually. And before then, again, we're practicing, we're increasing more and more, getting better and better and better at it, until finally we get it perfectly.
Oh yes, thank you. That is, bodhicitta means like that. Bodhicitta, buddhi means Buddha. Chitta means mind. Bodhicitta, Sanskrit language, you know, Buddhi, Buddha means like that. Yeah, bodhicitta. Oh, yes. What say? That is like, what say, this human precious, why precious human rebirth, why that telling? We, how to generate bodhicitta, that true type, ultimate bodhicitta, conventional bodhicitta. Now we are human. Best opportunity, precious human
rebirth.
Precious human rebirth. That is easier because human have intelligence, human understanding, human have so many conditions good. Therefore, reborn human, that you don't losing that life.
Don't waste.
Don't wasting. Yeah, that you must practice try conventional bodhicitta, ultimate bodhicitta. You try. Six realm, samsara, six realm, hell, hungry ghosts, and animal. Low realm, 3. And high realm, and that heaven, God, goddess, many types. Also human, different human, and so many different human, and also demigod. Demigod also high realm. Demigod, and that is 3 high realm. Where we reborn God's goddess, we reborn hell, we reborn hungry ghost, we reborn animal, we reborn human, which is more good practice time or opportunity. That is right now, human is precious human reborn, means like that. Much, if you doing practice, you better than God. If God land, you reborn in heaven, their previous lives, too much uncontaminated virtues result, happen. Don't need job, every day dancing, playing, quite a long life. Some 1 year, 2 years, not die. Very happy, and also high gods, goddess, they're not using 5 senses. Meditate, very happy inside, but till samsara, many eons have no opportunity, bodhicitta, compassion, 6 paramita, 6 perfection practice, no opportunity. In heaven have no sick people, no poor people, don't need hospital, don't need school, don't need factory, no job there, don't need heaven. Therefore, we human, Dhamma practice is more beneficial. You can do 6 perfection here. You can do generous practice. You can make hospital, medicine. You can teach school, or you can 6 perfection practice object in here. Even bodhisattvas must go. Which country is more problem, they must go. There is more practice. They have many sick people, many need helping. Therefore, good opportunity, human reborn. Precious human reborn. Precious human reborn means like best bodhicitta practice time or realm. That is a quality telling 8, 18 or 10 or 8, something telling, but some we have no now. Most have now. They're telling 18 quality. That is too much detail telling. Anyway, why human realm more precious means, if you reborn animal, dog and cats and mouse, and you very stupid, you die reborn human, then have opportunity, but that cat's time, no. Just cat's life is just cat's life, but can't do much opportunity. Yeah, hungry ghosts, little intelligent, like human similar, understand. Hungry ghosts also have 300 different type of hungry ghosts. Some very intelligent, but unfortunately unhappy, always suffering. Hungry ghosts, little intelligent, they listen, teaching, there's something doing. And hell, too much suffering, difficult opportunity. Bodhicitta is easy generate human time. This time we have good teacher, good tax, good condition, many poor people, many sick people, you have opportunity. You can help them. You can do that, Therefore, reborn human is very, very precious. Precious human reborn means like that. That telling, Anyway, Buddha's teaching, text telling, bodhicitta in help being also some help people get conventional bodhicitta. Animal also get conventional bodhicitta. Some Naga, Naga is not. Naga also have some religion. Naga is include animal or animal realm. Naga have ritual, many practice Naga. Some Naga get bodhicitta, and also demigod also get some bodhicitta. Heaven also some get bodhicitta, very seldom, very rare, Human is best place, best, realm for two bodhicittas, 6 perfections, practice, more intelligent. Also, we short life, not long life. If we have definitive life, don't doing much. Then maybe end they're doing, but beginning they don't want to do. But our life, no definitive, no, not sure. Not definitive.
No definite time span.
Yeah. That. Therefore, that telling, realm telling, bodhicitta is best our realm. This human realm. Yes, yes.
So the text here is talking about the perfect human rebirth, and so Geshe is explaining why we're talking about the perfect human rebirth here. And it's because given that the topic in this chapter is how to develop the 2 types of bodhicitta, conventional bodhicitta and ultimate bodhicitta, this is explaining how this human rebirth that we have now, which is called the perfect human rebirth, is the best opportunity we're ever going to have to practice this, to be able to attain bodhicitta. So the perfect human rebirth, it's defined with 18 characteristics, but Geshe is saying, it's a little too much to go into right now. Some of those characteristics we don't have right now, but most of them we do. But the important thing, what makes the human rebirth so precious, is just this fact that it's the one realm where the conditions are conducive to be able to practice bodhicitta really well. So in Buddhism we talk about 6 realms where somebody can be reborn. You can be reborn in 3 of them are considered lower realms and 3 are considered higher realms. So the lowest realm is the hell realm, then the next one is the hungry ghost realm, then there's the animal realm. Those are the 3 lower realms, and the 3 higher realms are the human realm, and then above that the demigod realm, and then above that the god and goddesses realm, or the heavens. If you're born as a god or goddess, if you're born in a heaven, then there's never any need to work at all. There's never any struggle, there's never any strife, and there's nobody around you suffering. So all you do is just have complete enjoyment, and you have a very long life of eons and eons. And then even the highest levels of the gods, they don't even use the five senses. They just stay in a state of perfect meditative bliss. So just experiencing internal happiness for eons and eons and eons. It's still within samsara, but it lasts for a very long time, and it's perfectly blissful. So there's absolutely no occasion to develop great compassion, to develop bodhicitta, to be of help to others. Then on the other hand, if we're born in one of the lower realms, if we're born as an animal, animals don't have the same level of intelligence that humans do, don't have the same ability to learn these abstract concepts and these long-term things as humans have. So a cat might have a good life, but from day to day it's just living its life as a cat, and then it dies. And in that time it didn't really have an opportunity to progress along the path to develop these qualities. Then in the hungry ghost realm, they have more intelligence, kind of like humans, but they're very unhappy all the time, very miserable all the time, so they don't have the opportunity to pay attention to the Dharma. And then in the hell realms, the suffering is just too intense. It's just extremely intense. And so it's not a place conducive to achieving bodhicitta. Now, it is possible, it does happen, that beings will achieve bodhicitta for the first time in any one of these realms. It's not impossible, but it's very rare. It's very rare. The human realm is the place where you have a perfect balance of, on the one hand, not being overwhelmed by suffering, while on the other hand, having enough opportunities to help those who are suffering. So by working in hospitals, by teaching in schools, by there are others around us who need our help. So we have that balance. We also have the right level of intelligence, and also our lifespan is not definite, like it is in some of the other realms. Because if we had a definite lifespan, then it would be very difficult to motivate ourselves to practice until we were coming very close to the end of it. So a whole portion of our lives would be wasted in just procrastinating. But because our lifespan is completely uncertain, then we have the motivation to practice because we don't know how much time we have. So it's very important then that we use this opportunity to just try our best in this life to achieve conventional bodhicitta and to achieve ultimate bodhicitta.
Yeah. Precious means very expensive,
Yes.
Expensive, God expensive or human more expensive. I think this case, if you do practice, human more expensive. Usually God life is more expensive, So many virtues needed reborn over there. But if you do six perfection, practice beneficial compassion and this practice, then you must go Africa. You have a lot of job. Yeah, that is precious means like that expensive. We got realm. That you not lost or what's
You
it?
don't waste.
Waste, yeah. That meaning also, this case, this sentence you can put at home, some toilet and wherever you put, okay. There's something remember, Also, this meaning. Usually we are not so expensive, but maybe animals more expensive. I don't know. Precious, human precious, man. Means you have best opportunity. 6 realms, best you have opportunity. You must using opportunity. That means like that. That put in house this some Yeah, some monks, they put this sentence. Similarly, one Chandrakirti text have also very sharp one. Yeah, that also putting in the wall. Sometimes doesn't help, but sometimes help. It's, sentence, funny, young time help, but old time not help. Sometimes young time not help, old time help. We need very holy sentence, many holy sentence, Mahatma Gandhi or something, Buddha or something very, very popular. The sentence, you must keep something. Yeah. Anyway, this like this. Then what they say? We have no much time. Yeah. For example, pipe.
Just as a flash of lightning brightly illuminates for an instant within the clouds on a dark night, likewise in this world, through the might of the Buddha, merit and intelligence occasionally occur for once.
Yeah, that means if generate bodhicitta, we need something virtue, something need merit. Merit also, like we have always negative. Good opportunity look like thunder,
Like thunder, like lightning.
Light, very short term, good
flash.
opportunity. Very lucky, very opportunity this time. We thinking long, but no long, very short, like thunder, similar, That also mind quality telling. First one, realm quality, human patience means bodhicitta, who practice, we need human realm. Human realm. Also, mind quality, that telling, good heart, very short term, always negative, rubbish thinking, but good thinking like thunder. Just, the rain coming, that, how to...
Lightning.
Yeah, that you must catch that. That that time, then you become, you good heart, you don't give up. You have good heart, then you using that. Yeah. That means mind quality telling. This sentence, 5.1.
So whereas the last verse was explaining how amazing an opportunity, how precious an opportunity we have from the point of view of the realm that we're born in, the kind of the physical aspect of being human and having a human opportunity. This verse is talking about how precious and brief an opportunity we have from the point of view of the qualities of our mind. Because in samsara, we spend so much of our time on negativity, on mistaken thinking, on kind of rubbish thinking, that when a thought of loving kindness or a thought of bodhicitta comes up, it's just a flash. It's a quick flash, like as if a flash of lightning in a dark night. So if right now we have just that, even though it feels to us like it lasts a long time, we feel like this life is long, or that the qualities we have right now have been there for long or might be there for long. Really, in the big scheme of things, it's such a brief moment. It's such a brief opportunity. So it's very important not that we not let it go to waste, but that we kind of take hold of it and we put it to use. So that's what makes it so precious.
Yes, our good heart, we check really compassion and loving kindness, like tender, very short time, but you know, that is you must catch or you using that. Yeah. Now I think 6. What say? We must go, otherwise never finish.
Hence, virtue is perpetually feeble. The great power of negativity is horrible. Except for a mind of complete enlightenment, by what other virtue will it be overcome?
Oh yes, that is. We have so many obscuration, covering. Obscuration, delusion, obscuration, omniscience.
Obscurations to omniscience.
Oh yeah, obscuration of
to liberation.
To liberation, and we understanding. We have ignorance. We have attachment, anger, jealousy, proud. So many things we know, but that is really detailed counting. 84,000 they're counting, but still more. But Baba Shika philosophy, 80,000 counting. Also, Mahayana they're counting 4,000 more they're telling. Have that much ignorance. Ignorant, one time we counting 800 ignorant, different. That all obscuration, covering our good mind. All that is all conceptual mind, conceptualization, conceptual mind, all like opinion, not all deceptive mind. That all conceptual, all deceptive mind. Till positive conceptual, many positive conceptual, till deceptive, till not perfect, not completely pure. It became Buddha, conceptual mind give up. Buddha's mind without conceptual, without opinion. We have opinion. We don't believe our opinion. That, also negative deeds.
Deeds?
Yeah, negative deed. That negative karma. Also positive karma. Uncontaminated positive karma. Negative karma. Also covering our good opportunity, good mind. Develop like obscuration, obstacle, or distraction, or something. Distraction?
It's
obstacle, or
it's an obscuration or an obstacle.
Yeah, that is negative. That much negative. Positive, very weak at the moment. Positive mind is very weak, and negative mind very strong, very strong. Positive mind, we have good mind, but very weak, almost die. Very weak, we have positive mind, but never die. But positive mind, you watch very little. Negative mind, you watch very healthy. They have a lot, very scholar. Attachment, very scholar. Anger, very scholar. Jealousy, very scholar. positive mind, compassion, that loving kindness, they are quite stupid, but not much learning similar. Yeah, they have our insight, insight to have all similar. Inside mundo.
The inside world, yeah.
World, yeah. Yeah, anyway, negative mind very strong, positive mind very weak. How do negative mind destroy or eliminate it, negative mind? That is strongest one, bodhicitta, they say. It's six, Bodhicitta is more stronger. If bodhicitta, you generate bodhicitta, then 1 minute burn negative mind. That much strong one. Bodhicitta's quality telling, beneficial, bodhicitta and compassion, great compassion, then that much strong, that much strong paya, look like. Not yet paya, but little weight, then they say paya similar.
And then it becomes like...
These six verses look like that.
So the 6 verses explaining how, at the present time, our mind is covered with so many layers of obscurations, of negativities. In fact, if you were to count how many negativities they are, the Vaibhashika school, which is the lower school of philosophy in Buddhism, counts 80,000. The Mahayana counts an extra 4,000, says there's 84,000 types of ignorance, of negativity in the mind. But in reality, it's even more than that. And all of those minds are conceptual. They're all deceptive. On some level, they're deceptive. Some conceptual minds are beneficial, some aren't. But whether they're beneficial or not, all conceptual minds are deceptive. When you become a Buddha, there's no conceptualization anymore. There's only direct perception. So not only are there all these levels of ignorance, of affliction, of delusion in the mind, but then there's also all the karma that's left behind by all our deeds. There's negative karma, there's positive karma, and all of that is also hiding the pure nature of the mind, kind of covering that precious opportunity we have to have a good heart, to have bodhicitta. And right now, our positive mind that's buried underneath all of this is very feeble, it's very weak. It's as if it were sick, it's as if it were dying. It never actually dies, but it's as if it were dying, it's as if it were very stupid, very slow. Whereas all the negativities are very strong, they're very powerful, they're very sharp, they're very much on it like scholars, So from that perspective, it feels like, well, then what hope do we have? What hope is there to overcome? What could possibly help this tiny little thing to overcome all these extremely powerful opposing forces? And what's explained in the text is that the strongest possible weapon to overcome these negative forces and shrouding the mind is bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is just so extremely powerful that if you have it for just 1 minute, it can completely obliterate all that negativity, can decimate all of that. At first, it's not a fire, but once it's ignited, then it becomes a fire that consumes all that negativity and lets the purity of the mind shine through.
Oh yes, that is bodhicitta is that much power, big power. Then number 7, what say?
All the lords of subduers who have contemplated for many eons have seen it to be beneficial, for by it the immeasurable masses of beings will easily attain the supreme happiness.
Oh yes, that is like meaning all good heart, holy beings or Buddhas, Bodhisattvas checking which is more beneficial practice, which is more beneficial religion or practice. That is more beneficial is bodhicitta, conventional bodhicitta, and let's say great compassion. That is makes many beneficial. Many sentient beings get beneficial. That is how many eons checking. That is best religion or best practice is acoustic mind or that bodhicitta. Bodhicitta is that is
mind of enlightenment.
Yeah, that is all holy beings agree, holy beings believe. That is most beneficial. Yeah, 7 chapter like that.
So what this verse is telling us is that all the beings with a good heart, all the enlightened beings, the Buddhas, no matter how many eons they search and they check, they always come to the same finding, which is that the most powerful practice, the most beneficial practice of all is bodhicitta, is the altruistic mind, it's the mind of enlightenment.
Oh yes, 8th chapter.
Those who wish to destroy the multitudes of sufferings of existence, those who wish to dispel the unhappiness of sentient beings, and those who wish to enjoy multitudes of happiness should never forsake the mind of enlightenment.
Yes, that is like if you have big beneficial mind, you have really good big organization or big intention, you never ever give up compassion and bodhicitta, meaning like this.
Okay, so the meaning of this verse is that if you really have a very big intention, a very big kind of vision of what you want to accomplish, then you never give up that compassion, that bodhicitta mind.
Yes, in number 9.
When the mind of enlightenment is generated, in that moment, those wretched ones fettered in the jail of cyclic existence will be called child of the Sugatas and will become objects of reverence by the humans and gods of the world.
Yes. That is like if somebody generate completely great compassion, loving kindness, and completely bodhicitta, but even he is handicapped, or he is ugly, or he is funny one, but he or she, Buddhas also posted him. He have big organization, beneficial. If he need,
wheelchair. Chair.
Horse will, horse.
Like a carriage?
A carriage. Horse car.
Oh, okay.
And if India have human car, instead
like
of human.
Rickshaw, like a person pulls.
Yeah, person here have bell and running,
Rickshaw.
2 or 3 people bring, just the old man sometimes running in this foot. I can't go that. It feels not comfortable. Some they need money that doing job, but old man for beer for now not much. You go Calcutta, you can see Calcutta, but that is come from India. But if you have bodhicitta, you have great organization, good heart. Even Buddha coming, your rickshaw, Buddha can running, they say.
Buddha pulls the rickshaw?
Yeah, pull the rickshaw. That much you become precious.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what this verse is saying is that when you develop great compassion, when you develop great loving kindness, you become so precious that no matter if you're handicapped, no matter how ugly you may be, no matter if you're a little funny in some ways, the Buddhas themselves prostrate to you. And you're so precious that they say it's as if you were sitting in a rickshaw and you needed a lift, the Buddha himself would come and would pull you because you have that quality of great compassion.
That much Buddha's emanation is limitless emanation. We don't know the Buddha's text can read Buddha's emanation, bridge, Buddha's emanation, umbrella, Buddha's emanation, medicine, Buddha's emanation, stupid people, crazy people, so many. There's something have meaning. That much respect. For example, good heart people. One today we Serache, one monk. He is not much study. He can't speak Hindi. He can't speak English. He sick. Go Dharamsala. He live in India, poor town, because Chiba.
Uh-huh.
But poor town, he see many children go morning till evening beggar and find garbage food, and they ill and die. He can see that. Then he try share his food, but then he find some Chinese people and Japan people or some Western people. He make donation, and he make 10 children put in his school. And now he 200 children he is school. And 5 people became engineer. Now all 12 class or something finish. He started, I think, 12, 13 years ago. Now he make hospital, he make school. But that India girl, she said that Guruji is this similar we never find. Without that Guruji and my life morning till evening beggar, she said. Now I'm doctor, medicine doctor. Also, one boy, he said, his life looks like ox.
Like an ox.
Sometimes beggar, sometimes stealing. Like London, you know, dog similar one, animal.
Like a fox? Like a...
Yeah, fox.
Like fox, looks like a dog? Like,
dog similar
yeah,
one.
Fox.
He said, my life look like fox. Like. Sometimes stealing, sometimes beggar. But now I'm engineer. Without Guruji, impossible. He said, Guruji, that monk is this similar we never find. But he made now 200. Now he speak English also little bit. He speak Hindi. he can find many donation, still humble. Yeah, that's similar. Now he is very popular. Dalai Lama also hugging him. But usually he is normal, the monk. Yeah. Similar. If do beneficial job, that is this text telling, Bodhisattva text. Also Mother Teresa, beginning, she said 1 month, 2 months, nobody interesting her. She teach in outside, she know Bengali letter, they're doing 2 years, but they say this woman very bad, they wanted missionary, our country, Christian religion. We don't respect them. They criticize. But mother said, no, I'm no missionary. I wanted helping, but I don't want it religion reason. she said that. Yeah, then slowly, beginning nobody interesting, doing beneficial job, nobody interesting, immediately no popular. Later, Mother Teresa is how much popular, the whole world they understanding. Otherwise, normal woman. It's similar, this sentence connection, yeah.
So,
this is summary, yeah.
Sure. So,
I don't know, time finish, I don't know.
To give an illustration, of the idea behind this verse, Geshe is talking about this monk in recent times. The monk was from Sera, Geshe? The monk was from Sera.
Yeah, from Sera.
The monk was from Sera, the college where Geshe was, and he wasn't a very good student. He didn't speak Hindi. He didn't really understand. So all else being equal, he would have had a very ordinary life and been a very mediocre monk, as it were. But at one point, he had to move so that. He had to move to a kind of like a slum in India. And from where he was living, he could see all these children in the neighborhood going out and begging day after day after day and finding things in the trash and to eat and becoming sick from that and sometimes dying. And so he started, trying to see if he could share his food. And in time he found sponsors. He found sponsors from China, Japan, and from the West. And he started being able to send the children to school. And now he's been doing this for over 12 years. And he's sent more than 200 children to school. And this one woman that he helped, she said, you can't find anybody like Guruji, she calls them. You can't find anybody like him. If it hadn't been for him, my life would have been begging from morning till night every day, and now I'm a doctor. And this other man said the same thing, where would you find anybody like him? Before I met him in my life, I was living like a fox, half the time I'm begging, half the time I'm stealing. And now I've graduated from school, and I'm an engineer. And he's become so precious because of his compassion that, His Holiness the Dalai Lama goes to him, hugs him, everybody just respects him, everybody just sees the preciousness of him. And it's all because of his compassion, it's not because of any other qualities he has. And because of this compassion, his compassion through the need to, keep growing what he's doing, building hospitals, building schools, he's learned some Hindi, he's learned some English, so even that came through his compassion. And then, of course, there's the example of Mother Teresa, who at first, she was just an ordinary person, nothing special about her. And when she first came to try to help people in India, people didn't want to have anything to do with her for the first few months because they criticized her and said, "Oh, you're only here to convert us, as a missionary." And she had to explain, "No, I want to help. It's not about talking about religion. I just want to help." And so, even at first, she was consistently rejected. Her compassion was so strong that she got through it. And now, everybody in the world knows about her, but only because of the power of her compassion. So this is similar to what this verse is talking about.
Yes, thank you. Now I think we
lunch?
Lunch and, I think, that's it. Thank you very much.